In this video, we're going to look at the square of a binomial pattern. So if we have a binomial, such as a plus b, and it is squared, basically what that means is that is going to be equal to a squared plus 2a times b plus b squared. And what that looks like in real world numbers, if we have, let's go x plus 2 squared, that's equal to x squared, so a squared, x squared, plus, we take the inside numbers, which are 2 times x times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. X, then we do plus b, which will be 2. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm sorry, that should be 4 too. 3. There's no 3 there. And then we have it in standard form. We just have to reduce when we do that 2 there. So let's look at an example. That probably wasn't very clear. If we have the numbers, we'll go with the example y plus 1 squared. We don't have to go through and FOIL this whole thing out. That's why this is a little trick. So we know it's y squared plus 2 times a y times b 1. So 2 times 1 is 1. So, or sorry, 2 times 1 is 2y plus b squared is still 1. So that's how we'd solve that out using this method. So you don't have to actually break it down. I can show you breaking it down. Because basically what we're doing is saying y times 1, or y plus 1 times y plus 1. So you have y squared plus 1y plus 1y plus last 1 times 1 is 1. So y squared plus 2y plus 1. And we get the same answer. So this, if you can do it in your head like that, it saves you a little bit of time using that method. Now what happens if instead of addition we have subtraction? So a minus b squared. A minus b squared. What do we do there? So that will be equal to a squared, so just like the last one, minus 2 times ab plus b squared. And there's a reason for this that we'll go over in a later video. So if we have x minus 3 squared, we can say, okay, a is x, so x squared minus 2 times a, so 2 times x, times b, which is 3. So 3 times 2 is 6 x. And with that, we also take 3 times 3, because that's our last one. That'll be plus 9. Because this is a negative, we know a negative times a negative, because you're taking this times each other twice for that. We'll give you a positive. That's why we have that. And that is your answer. So that's how you do a subtraction on those. So let's look at a slightly more difficult example. We'll take 2z minus 3 squared. We could go the FOIL method, and just a reminder of that. It's front, outside, inside, last. But we don't need to. Using this technique, we know that a minus b squared is equal to a squared, which is 2z squared, which is 4z squared, minus 2 times a, so 2 times 2z is 4, times b, which is 3, so 3 times 4 is 12z, plus 3 times 3, which is b squared, 9. And that would be your answer. Not too tricky. Hopefully that trick helps you out. And if you ever have doubts, you can always go to FOIL.